Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Partly cloudy, very warm and humid this afternoon. Thunderstorms are possible, maybe. 86, the high at 73 downtown. Yeah.
Katie was baseball mad.
Don't you dare.
How dare what?
What is this?
Katie Blue. On Saturday,
Look me in the eyes, free beer.
I've never even heard any of these words.
Justin went out to buy a Edison cylinder.
Justin said, "Do you want the one from 1908?" I don't care. Sounds good.
No, we want the
And
one.
then-
Yeah, I mean, at least. See, this is where people would normally cue it up, though. Is like that part right there where it
Yeah.
goes, "Take me out to the ball game."
Not that lead up about.
No, Casey's at the bat. He's looking at minorities.
Ladies will never vote here in baseball America.
I didn't play it from the beginning, or else it
We'll
would have
only
sounded
be
like
white forever.
Jackie Robinson's a bust. Thank you.
That guy will never make it in 40 years.
you set me up.
We didn't set you up.
Ladies
I
and
figured you
gentlemen.
knew where the melody was.
Everyone has their suits on and are ready for ball.
Yeah. It'll be 140 degrees by your skin today for today's ball game.
They'll be staying cool in their wool from Woolworths.
You guys are close.
Take me out to the ball game, sung by Edward Meeker, Edison Record.
We're close.
Perfect.
We're close to what?
The voices, the
We got it, man.
Oh, we know.
nailed it.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
great at
yeah,
that.
we
We were
know
born
what
in the
they
wrong
say.
era.
You don't know.
Yeah. No, we do know.
Born in the wrong era, man.
Have some Cracker
In the
Jacks
studio with us today, the one and only Mickey Graham. He's the hard throwing right-hander from Ohio, and he used to pitch for the Whitecaps. Now he's the manager of the team's front office duties. Mickey, welcome to the program.
Where's your mustache, sissy?
I ran out of wax.
Hello, Mickey.
Hey, Mickey.
Those voices are pretty good.
Thank you. Would you be
Spot on.
interested in
They know.
us broadcasting one of your games in the style of the early 1900s?
Oh, no.
Old-timey?
No.
No?
Just
What do
no.
you mean no?
Oh, come on.
Of all the umpteen failed promotions you've done throughout the years, and you can't have us for one more.
Okay.
Boy, when you
Sold.
when you make it insulting, then yes.
Yeah, I know how to sell it.
What if we
How
just
many
did,
dumb things have you done? Just add one more to it.
What if we just
Right.
did PA?
In that voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it would sound great.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Can you dress in the wool suits? And
You get me a wool
y-
suit.
yeah,
I'm in.
absolutely, yeah.
we'll put you on the top of the dugout and get you one of those old megaphones.
Oh, that
And
sounds
just-
right.
terrible. And then Mickey's up there saying, "Oh man, pitch this guy outside so he lines one into the back of the idiot's head." Oh yeah, he's giving the sign to the pitcher.
It'd be like Bull Durham.
Yeah,
Hit the
take me
mascot.
down, man.
Here comes Augustus Connolly up to bat. He hopes to own land one day.
Someday they'll build a wall to keep him out.
His entire family
this
was
is a bad
killed by
idea.
a railroad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just one of 9 children that lived in his city.
He lives in a boxcar now.
He's got 2 brothers, typhoid and stillborn.
One of the largest contracts signed in baseball today. That's right, $20 a game and 2 hot dogs.
When are we doing this?
Yes.
Tonight.
Okay. That's a great idea.
All right.
Mickey Graham is here. He's the managing partner of the West Michigan Whitecaps, semi-owner,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
amateur owner.
Amateur owner.
Mickey, so the first playoff game is tonight.
Tonight, yeah. The regular season ended over the weekend, and so the guys made the playoffs. Start up tonight.
This is made the
South
playoffs
Bend.
from the first half of the
First
season,
half, yeah.
right?
Yep.
Second half of the season?
Nah, they just kind of played right around 500 ball.
Well, that's not very encouraging.
Well, they already made the playoffs.
They quit trying. They were saving it up to kick some ass.
Then midway through the season, the Whitecaps did a postage stamp promotion where you put it on the envelope and mail it in the rest of the year. Hey, see you in the playoffs.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
That sounds good to me, man. So, yeah, they open with South Bend
Yeah, the Cubs.
tonight at home.
Yep, 6:35, 5:30 gates.
Nice. Tickets available, whitecapsbaseball.com.
Yep, $2 beers, and you guys' nice cups this year.
That's my
favorite.
20 ounce cups, $2 beers, $2 hot dogs,
cups.
all game long, and it's a 3-game series. Is the first round, so it's tonight at home, then on the road tomorrow in South Bend, and then game 3 would be Friday in South Bend if need be, and then if they win first round, we'll be back home next weekend or over the weekend.
The
I
Caps
can't wait for that.
won the championship last year, right?
Yes.
And opened at home like this with not having home field advantage, I believe, in the first round last year,
Right, we were home
and in the
first
second round.
Yes.
So this is not an obstacle to. I mean, it's an obstacle, but not
Not
one that they
No,
haven't
I mean,
already.
already conquered.
Yeah, even on the championship series, there's 2 at home, 3 on the road, and they won in game 5 on the road. So it can be done.
Impressive. And the players, they find a right groove.
Yeah, it's all about getting hot at the right time, playing well at the right time. You get a couple pitchers that can throw 7-8 innings.
Yeah, that's the big deal because you got to save the bullpen. And look at me, like I know. That's the big deal. You got to save that bullpen.
That's why we come to you.
It's actually a bullpen back in this day. There's a bunch of bulls down there. If you need to have your cow inseminated, bring it out to the ballpark.
They're in the pen.
This promotion is really starting to take off now. I'm liking this more and more.
right.
Yeah. Oh, the kids 10 and under get a free pocket of Red Man.
That's right. And for you, Dad, syphilis testing.
Remember, if you
Yeah,
have
keep
any,
going, man.
You have any used bullets, we're gathering them for
that's
wall
right.
rations. We'll melt them down and we'll get those Germans.
Buy your bonds.
Tonight, $2 bonds at the ballpark.
Yeah,
we got
hopefully
any-
someone's writing all the stuff down because
No.
it's just
No,
gold.
no, man. We never run out of great stuff.
Yeah, right. We can be this crappy for as long as we have.
Yeah.
Easy.
Our bits never end with, oh, that was funny.
Yes, they always do.
And no more.
Almost always.
And
And that way.
have we seen you since Steve's bobblehead night?
No,
Since
I don't think so. We tried
Our
to get the
hurricane?
No, that was a bad night.
Oh, it was insane.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you guys could just open up drains on the field to push gallons and gallons of water in until that night.
Yeah, and they work for most part, but that night they didn't work very
there
well
was
at all.
no helping
It has
anything.
to stop raining at some point.
Yeah, when it comes down that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the night we couldn't get the tarp all the way across the field,
Yes.
and so we were like holding it up over the baseline to try to keep the field from getting wet.
I
It
gotta
was
say,
a great night.
I had a
sounds fun.
blast
Yeah.
that night. That was crazy. Watching the storm come in from 2 different ways, and yet I'm completely dry. I actually thought for a second, it's going to miss me. It'll just go around that way. I can see it over there and over there.
Do you want to miss you like personally?
Yeah,
like-
I actually thought, I wonder if we'll just be able to sit here for a while.
This is
Okay.
one of those things where the storm has a wall, a definitive line.
Yes.
And you can see the parking lot is wet, but I am not.
Yeah.
So for the playoffs, everything, like you said, $2 beers, $2 hot dogs tonight, whitecapsbaseball.com against South Bend,
Yeah.
the hated Cubs of South Bend.
Yeah.
They were not the Cubs before, right?
No, that's a couple of years ago. They went over to Cubs affiliate. They used to be Arizona affiliate, the Silverhawks.
Yeah.
So they're
I
called.
don't like when they change their mascot. Why do they do that? Is that just to sell some gear?
Absolutely. And South Bend's so close to Chicago.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. When we were in Omaha, they were the Omaha Royals because they're the AAA affiliate for the Kansas City team.
Which made sense.
Yeah, a couple hours away, no big deal. And then they became the Omaha Golden Spikes because, I mean, everybody knows that when they were building the Transcontinental Railroad, it was near Omaha where they drove the Golden Spike to signify its conclusion. Even the locals didn't care.
A little bit of
No,
history right
no.
there.
So, after 3 years as the Royals, Mick, the marketing people said, this ain't working. Or as the Golden Spike. So they went back to Royals.
Oh, really?
They did. And now they're the Omaha Storm Chasers.
Are
Well,
they
that makes
really?
sense.
Yeah.
Well, that one's
They're
a little bit
the
better.
Storm chasers?
Yes.
That's
They
not,
chase storms.
That's not
And their
better.
mascot is a steak with arms and legs.
Because of
Steak?
steaks.
Yes, because of Omaha Steaks.
Omaha
It
Steaks.
would,
made of
it would have
steaks.
been better to be the Omaha Steaks.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Well, they
Yeah.
had an indoor football team called the Omaha Beef.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Beef?
Yeah.
Beef.
Yeah,
Boy,
when they
that
had
is so
Yeah, when they had
dumb.
an indoor football team.
That was
Yeah.
great.
I liked that. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could sit in the fan section where all the other beef curtains sit.
All the
Beef tips.
the meat men.
They were one of the first teams in the country to embrace the fat guys dancing at halftime.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a big deal.
That's one of my favorites. Yeah,
I
love that one.
Have the Whitecaps considered that seventh inning stretch?
we had the guys from Chicago, the Bulls guys.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember what they're called. Up a couple of years ago, and they did like 3 or 4 between inning promotions.
Lunchables.
What do they do?
They're just really large men with tight T-shirts and
then they-
shorts that don't fit, and they dance
Yeah.
on the field.
Yeah.
What was the
It's awesome.
what was the
That's awesome.
Because you guys have there's different promotions every night. You bring different groups to town.
Mm-hmm.
What is the one that on paper seemed like a good idea, but in practice, when you saw the act, that you went, "Ugh."
Oh, the balloon man, Skip Banks.
Okay, what did he do?
Let's hear about it.
Fascinated.
Yeah. This was like 12 years ago, too.
Oh,
and then
okay.
it seared in my brain, too. He's one of these guys, you've probably seen him, like, they have these huge balloons and they blow it up and they get in and jump around. Like,
Yeah.
their head sticks out.
Oh yeah.
It's like a fetish. You'll see people on the internet.
I don't know.
Get
I don't know about
Quite
that.
the same.
I think that's a different promotion you're talking about.
Okay, so Skip gets in a balloon and then bounces around.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, he's running around the field and his bit was to get other people in the balloon, like fans, bring them down, show them getting in the balloon. They would run around the field
Right.
and everything like that. No, didn't work out very well.
It's
Like,
really funny though.
Is that him on the TV over your head, Mick? Is that what it looked like? Oh yeah,
I
Skip
don't know.
Banks. That's
that
actually him.
Yes.
How much do you think you guys paid that guy to do that bit, which any of us could do if we had
way too
a
much.
giant
It was
balloon?
way too much. So he pulls this lady down from the crowd, gets a balloon on overhead, blows it up,
Yeah.
and it popped. And the thing, her head is just in there, so it's on. It's just her head. Yeah,
It's
it popped, and the lady
her.
is just
So she's deaf.
yeah, oh yeah, she was totally freaked out.
This is amazing.
And then he just
When
walked. He just left her. Just walked off the field and left her. She's out there by herself.
Oh no!
When he emerges
How did you
from
make
that,
it up to
looks
her?
like
Let her
he's-
throw out a pitch on her 100th birthday?
Yeah, we pushed her down.
This,
When he
We put her in
emerges
a dunk
from
tank.
this giant balloon, it looks like a butt.
I think this is one of the funniest acts I've ever seen. I love this.
As long as it doesn't blow up and deafen a lady.
Well, yeah, I mean, he should never let someone get in there and try and do his craft. He's obviously perfected this. That was a very poor decision on his part. Now, it
does look hilarious.
No.
I can't believe that he just found the way to make this. So, do you think he made a living doing this, right?
I think for a while, probably. Yeah.
What is one that because do you get like, because you go to conferences, Mick?
Yep.
Where people show off their wares, like you can book me, like where
Yeah.
where guys like Myron Noodleman get started. What's the one that you've seen? You're like, you got to be kidding! I wouldn't pay a penny for that. Is there anything that stands out, or are there a lot of them?
There isn't one that stands out, but I do remember going down to one.
There's
a
nothing
couple years
too
ago.
bad for minor league baseball. I tell you.
There's really not. There was one that we were at, and our president, Scott Lane, goes, boy, that guy's terrible.
Yeah.
Who would ever book him? We're like, well, we just did. He's coming out in May. Make sure you get your tickets.
What was it?
It was Dave the Horn guy.
What did he do?
He had horns all over his body, like those old Ooga horns
like
and everything.
one man band
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, and he would like play different songs.
I
on
liked
it.
that guy. Scott's wrong.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
usually wrong.
Yeah.
Free beer. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, we're done.
Oh, Free beer actually. He saw someone you guys can book ASAP for next year. What was that man's name you saw at the Hudsonville Fair?
Oh, the main maniac.
Crash Moreau is a guy. He was at the Hudsonville Fair
Crash
at the
Moreau.
Monster Truck Show.
Yes.
He's 67 years old. He's been doing like stuntman stuff for 40 years. And according to his website, he has made, quote, no money. That's right. This guy,
Promotes that.
He's actually
well, I
lost
wouldn't
money
say
being
promote,
a
but-
stuntman.
So they bring him in, and he did 2 bits, and this would be fine for your field. I'm sure it wouldn't hurt it at all. One, they planted a car from its front bumper in the ground, so it's sticking vertically up in the air. Okay,
You got me already, yeah.
and then he gets in another beater, like in a '98 Sunfire, stomps on the gas from 50 feet away, gets it up to 20 miles an hour, and slams into it like a domino.
yeah, he just knocks it down.
That's it.
No, that's not it.
No, he's got a million cool
I mean, that's it
things.
for that.
That's the opening act. The second one is a little thing we like to call one to grow on for the kids. And what he does is has someone that he just met 5 minutes earlier douse him in 10 gallons of gasoline while putting on like some sort of denim overalls, a cape, if capes weren't what heroes wear, And then they put down a big strip of more gasoline, like 20 gallons more, for about 50 feet. And then with literally no excitement, pizzazz, or showbiz, he's lit a flame, and then he rumbles at the age of 67 the 50 feet through the flames to then be put out by firemen who are there on their timeout, hopefully just trying to save a life. And then breathing heavily into the microphone, he says, "Don't light yourself on fire." And then goes back to his car. And the announcer at this event actually said, "Oh, that's an interesting act. I don't know if he's supplementing his Social Security or what."
How incredible is that?
Yeah. Will you book him?
Crash Moreau.
Crash Moreau.
Crash Moreau,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about lighting the field on fire, but we can maybe come up with something else.
Well, do it like when you have concerts.
Don't be a
there.
don't
Just
be.
lay down a floor.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. There he is right there.
Look at him.
And he falls
doesn't that
down.
look fun?
There's nothing wrong with that dirt after he
Yeah.
did that bit.
Yeah. And then
That's back when he was just 64 years old.
they first used the fire extinguishers, and then they beat any embers out with baseball bats.
It was smart of him to run towards the gas tanks of that dump truck. That's smart.
You guys are on fire today.
This is amazing.
He's on fire.
The ideas
Yeah.
we have for you.
Who was remember when we were doing Berlin? What was that lady's name we brought in here? The
Bomb Man and Cannon Lady.
Yeah.
Her name wasn't Cannon. This is,
I don't know what it
Justin,
was.
this is an
I
all-time
don't
classic
know.
story.
Who was
so
that?
I don't remember her name. She was very sweet. So
She had a heck of an outfit.
she did. So Mickey's, they used to do Justin promotions for Berlin Raceway when the Whitecaps managed it. Did you own it?
Owned it, yeah.
Owned it. And so they were going to have a night of destruction. It's school bus race. It was amazing. It was a great night, a great show that night. And part of the event was a lady who drives around in her and her husband. He's Bomb Man. He goes into a box with dynamite and blows himself up. And then their truck they drive around town to town it has the cannon on it. And she gets in and gets shot 100 feet through the air or whatever it was and lands on the net. An act you've seen. So we have her in.
Yeah.
And she's pretty attractive, and she's wearing a fairly low-cut blouse. And we didn't make any reference to it. We weren't stupid. And then Mickey's going to give her a ride back to the hotel or the KOA she's staying at or wherever it's going on.
Oh, yeah.
And what happened in your car when you guys got downstairs?
I don't remember.
Oh,
You don't?
It had to do with something that you heard on the radio.
Yeah. She said, because we kept going after you left.
But you
That-
still
that
I was
back-
dumb enough to put the radio station
Yes,
on in
this
the
was
car.
us
'Cause this was-
on in the car
this was-
after your
Oh,
visit.
that was a bad idea.
This was
Yeah,
way
it
back
was.
when the 9 o'clock hour was still only Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
So you guys get in the car, you start driving. She's like, boy, those guys were real cut ups. And you're like, yeah, they're fun. I wonder if they're talking about me. And you go, yeah, they're probably not. This is what you told us.
Well,
and then she
yeah.
reached down and turned the radio up a little bit. And you're like, oh, God. Oh, please don't let him say anything about her boobs. Please don't, because she's right here, and it's just she and I now, and it'll be super weird. So then we come back, 97.9 GRD. It's the Free Beer and Hot Wings show. Man, did you? And Mickey like raced for the radio, and she goes, "Don't."
Nope. I want to hear what they say.
She liked it.
So then
I must have blocked that from my memory. I don't remember that at all.
that
That
night-
sounds all legit.
we met you at
Oh,
the
wait,
racetrack
yeah.
to go to the event, and you're like, "You guys almost got me killed." So, by the way, we were very glib with her about what she did because she made it seem like so not a big deal getting shot out of this cannon, and her husband, Bomb Man. And so then
You know,
that's
her
what
husband.
isn't that what he went by?
It was.
Man.
It was Bomb
She's-
Man and Cannon Lady.
She's Cannon Lady,
Yeah, I mean, she's not gonna. She kept her maiden name, Lady.
Yeah.
Well, they started in the biz that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
yeah, she can't be Kim Cannon.
That'd be crazy.
I mean, it's okay in Obama's America. but
she's Cannon Lady Man. But seeing it up close, because we were down in the pits as they were getting ready, and like when her husband, now they've done this act of him climbing into a box with dynamite. So in my mind, watching that, there is no risk. It's like a magic trick.
yeah.
It's okay. It's an
Right.
explosion. She was terrified for his safety and for hers when she did it. And it totally changed my perspective on these daredevils. So then when I saw Crash Moreau, I'm like, well, this is the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
You can tell by how much we laugh about it.
We only.
But yes, she was terrified, but she was also so tough. She gets shot out of the cannon, lands in the net. She broke her wrist or some fingers that night. And she gets down and she goes, oh, man, I broke my finger. Anyway, got to pack up. Next thing you know, she's on the truck, tying it up, ready to drive to the next town to get shot out.
It's a heck of a life.
Boy, you're right,
but she
man.
was legitimately concerned her husband was going to be blown up in a plywood box on the front stretch of Berlin Raceway that
Why
night.
haven't you had them back out? I know it was at Berlin, but have them at the ballpark.
Yeah.
It sounds fantastic.
We
Can you
should. I haven't
imagine if
looked them
they'd
up,
have
man.
been there when your building was on fire and if she could have shot herself over that?
Oh, my
That would have been the
God.
most
Boy, you
amazing.
would have went more viral.
She's here. It's 10 degrees in
You can just see her
February.
going, should we do this yet? Yeah, get in there.
Well, that's the thing.
Maybe.
is-
Oh, did you ever think Bomb Man started that fire?
Yeah, 10 years later, he's pissed about. You talked about his wife.
I didn't like that. Talking about her boobs.
Yeah, you
Get that
could-
Graham guy.
Yeah.
You
Could
could
go
have
back to
her-
Grand Rapids and get him. That's
Oh, my
some vengeance
gosh.
right there.
Yeah, he's really holding on to that. Whitecapsbaseball.com for tickets to tonight's game against South Bend. Game 1 of the playoffs. Weather's going to clear up. It'll be fine.
It'll be great.
I just got that note from Aaron Offsire at Channel 13.
Oh, God, don't get it from him.
He played baseball, so he knows 2 things, baseball and weather. He knows if it's going to be fine.
How did his baseball career work out?
He's a weatherman. Another answer is better than all of ours. To be clear. Mickey, good to see you.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you at the beginning of the next round for the next home game. How about that?
Yeah, Monday then.
Boy, that's very confident. Did you hear him? Yep.
Yeah.
I had to think about what day it was.
Definitely didn't already book a vacation. It's Sublime. 97.9 GRD Rocks.